I am an enormous fanboy of Vivica Genaux, and out of any production that we're doing since I've started as artistic director full-time, it's this production that I'm kind of most excited about for a variety of reasons, but probably the main reason is Vivica Genaux. I first came across this extraordinary singer in 2002 when I was 24, and I went and bought this compilation of arias written for the great castrato Farinelli. And at that time it was Academy de Alte Musik Berlin, conducted by René Jacobs. And this woman, Vivica Genaux, was singing. So I bought the disc, and at that stage, I remember I used to, most Fridays, get quite drunk with a friend of mine, and we were both just blown away, not only by the music, but actually more importantly by this extraordinary woman, and that's Vivica. And this CD was a watershed moment for me, and I know a lot of our viewers will know it. 2002, Arias for Farinelli. I've listened to the CD like over and over again, I know it back to front, and ever since then I've bought every single one of her CDs. That's how much a fanboy I am. She's a mezzo-soprano, but she's probably one of the few people in the world I think who can actually reproduce the repertoire that was written for castrati. So that's for men who were castrated back in the 18th century. They had these enormous chests, they could sing for minutes apparently, they had extraordinary agile techniques, they were virtuosic. And in the history of the vocal art with opera, we've sort of, it's only been the last 20 years that people have been able to sing this repertoire, and she has been at the forefront of rediscovering this music. Not only can she sing extremely fast, she can articulate like an instrumentalist, but she has astonishing breath control, wonderful creamy sound to the voice, but she can also, she's super smart, and I discovered this only when I worked with her in person. She's capable of ornamenting in the style, this 18th century style, so phenomenally that she's just extraordinary. And I was really thrilled to work with her just a couple of years ago in Brisbane Baroque, and that was the first time I met her in person, and she is just so delightful. Everything you hear on the CD is her in person. She moves you, she's generous of spirit, she is giving, she's mesmerizing, she's got these beautiful brown eyes that just take you in. One little anecdote I like to tell is that we were rehearsing in the rehearsal room with Vivica, and she just arrived and she was sort of saving her voice, but then she just let loose and did one of her signature tunes, which is just extraordinary. And it's just minutes and minutes of fast notes, like perfectly done like a string of pearls. And all of the orchestra were just listening outside the room, just rapt. And they were just crowded around this one door, and people were like, why are all these people listening to this person? And all these instrumentals were just like their jaws sort of open in amazement at the technique and expressive capabilities of Vivica. So it's such a coup to bring her to Australia. I can't wait to work with her again, and Artaserse is the perfect vehicle for her.
Hi, I'm Vivica Genaux, and I'm so excited to come back to Australia this December with Pinchgut Opera. We'll be doing Hasse's Artaserse with Erin Helyard conducting. This is another opportunity for me to explore new music. I've never sung Artaserse before. The role of Mandane was written for Faustina, for the wife of Hasse, who is one of my favorite singers to follow in the 1700s. She had a very, very long career and just was a fantastic figure and very varied vocally. So I'm very much looking forward to being in this role. So happy to come back to Oz.